You might not be old enough to remember this beef. 50 Cent versus Rick Ross. It started back in like 2008, and it's still kind of a simmering beef between them two, but not as volatile as it used to be. In 2008, Rick Ross was at the absolute top of his game. He was in the prime, the pinnacle of his career. He had released the song with T-Pain called The Boss. And I believe that's the song that started to put him on everybody's radar as a star in rap. But the song BMF, in my opinion, is what really catapulted him to superstardom in hip hop. But anyway, he was really at the top of his game. Everything was going well for him. And it came out that he had a former job as a corrections officer. So with the type of street credibility that he had, obviously being in law enforcement didn't go well for him. So 50 Cent kind of jumped on that bandwagon of, you're not being real, you're not being authentic, because hip hop back in the day was really based on street credibility, authenticity. Are you who you say you are? That was everything. And if you weren't, that could end your career back in the day. It's not like it is today, where it's more about the art and the music more than the artist. So, 50 Cent pulled out all the stops to try to end this man's career. And years prior, he ended the career of Ja Rule. And 50 Cent was King Petty back then, which he still is, but he had a reputation that if he came for you, then your career was pretty much over. So he pulled out all the stops. There was this tape of one of Rick Ross's baby mothers doing something strange for change, and he leaked that. He took, matter of fact, I think it was Tia Kemp, Auntie Tia Kemp. That's where she started getting her buzz on social media. I think 50 Cent took her shopping, interviewed her, everything. Like that's really his thing. There's no level he won't sink to sort of destroy an enemy. And on top of that, I believe the real Rick Ross had got out of prison, and it was this whole thing, this battle back and forth of using the name and everything. So everything was really coming against him. And I remember he had this viral meltdown moment where he ate a cake that was shaped like him or something like that. It was sort of like a viral nervous breakdown at that time. But with all those things against him, he still persevered against King Petty, against the career killer, 50 Cent. And he went on to become legendary in music, legendary in business. He owns Wingstop franchises, does all kind of business ventures like Hollywood Productions. They use his home for movie sets. He got the Bel Air, the alcohol. He moved it into the spirits sort of space and everything. And 50 Cent did well as well. We all know he pretty much runs the Starz Network and everything. He had Effin' Vodka, a giant in music and everything. And those guys ended up really having a lot in common because they both came from impoverished backgrounds. Rick Ross from Miami, 50 Cent from around my way, kind of where I grew up, Jamaica, Queens and everything. And they both started with a lot of people around them, a lot of cliques around them and stuff like that. But like they say, the cream always rises to the top. And as they started to propel themselves and have success in entrepreneurship and in hip hop and movies and all other businesses, you started to see those people around them fall off. Till eventually it was just them standing alone pretty much. So they sort of became like frenemies. I'm pretty sure they know the same business people, probably the same attorneys. The entertainment business is small. And I just said all that to say that sometimes an enemy can end up being an ally, kind of, in a way that you guys might have things in common down the line. And it's a story of perseverance because there was so many things coming against Rick Ross, but he stood tall and he handled his business, and he's still successful.